Spelzy, commentary, and plenty.
Yellow, your dubs! Spazzy coming right at you with another commentary. Today we're playing Zac in the jungle. I know, it's weird. I don't play jungle that much, but Zac is most definitely best suitable in jungle, even though you can play him top or mid as well. So I decided to throw down a couple of games with him, and man, he's really fun to play. He's a fun champion. First things first, though, I do have a little giveaway. I say giveaway, it's a competition, but I mean the question is like, well, it's a giveaway. Let's call it a giveaway. I'm hosting it on my Facebook page, and you can win. You guys have seen this on Instagram if you follow me there. A GG button. Oh yes, the best freaking thing in the whole world. You press it and it sounds like this. And it's a great tool. You need it. I think I got like 5 of them to give away, so you guys can go to my Facebook page, the link down below, and enter the competition there, and I'll just round them out to you guys. So yeah, that out of the way, let's talk about runes and masteries. I do run magic pen marks, armor seals, magic resist glyphs, and flat ability power quintessences when I jungle with Zac. And I play him with a 9-21-0 jungle defensive rune page, which means improved smite and a couple of other good stuff. You can pause the video to see it there. I'm drinking a cup of coffee. Very, very delicious. Get yourself a drink, and we'll get right into it. Coming in for the second gank here is not really a gank, it's just me being a noob dart on Gartus. And I'm gonna flash out of there because Zed didn't have his clone up. Or shadow, or whatever it's called, and I didn't really want to waste the passive. The passive is a strong ganking tool, and it's really like, yeah, that could have saved me. I could have saved flash instead, but I decided to flash. I don't know, maybe not the right call. Obviously, I did go for a gank top. It wasn't really successful, but you know that's how it goes when you're a noob dart jungle. So yeah, I level up W here in this particular game. I think it's the best clear time. Also, you have some persistent damage in team fights. It's best for the biggest buffs and everything. Yeah, as soon as you get your first item, Zac is really... he is a really potent jungler. I mean, he can farm the jungle all up and down the jungle. Coming in for a little bit of a counter gank or something here bottom. I'm gonna see Slaying there on Blitzcrank's try and bait. Missing my E, which is really bad. But since Elise is low, she did the right thing, doing as much damage as possible to me. I'm gonna proc my passive there. Good thing it was up. And Cartus is gonna try and kill us, but not hitting me, obviously. Nice little pull there from Slaying, interrupting his thing on me. I'm gonna use my ultimate now that I have, and just bounce around this guy, and then pick up as many blobs as I can. And yeah, that's a bad E right there, because Hecarim is coming in. I did not plan that, but I'm gonna go ahead and try and slow him and try and wait, because Zed is coming in from the river, and I'm gonna just try and pick up blobs and sustain, and he's gonna back off. I think he could have killed me, but then he would have died. So I guess that was his call. After W, I level up E. I don't know if I said that, but that is just mainly for... The E actually does decent damage, but most importantly, it's a huge utility spell, and lowering that cooldown really makes a big difference if you want to be the disruptive tank initiator and stuff like that. I'm gonna give the blue to Irelia, who is played by Johnny, and she is playing him AP Irelia. Lol. Zed is gonna jump on the wall. I'm gonna use my E, and Carthonian is gonna flash away. So yeah, that's definitely what you want to do if a scary blob is coming towards you. In this particular game, I build Zac sort of like HP. I think this is a pretty standard build in terms of jungling Zac. But I do think that he's mainly a HP build here in my particular game, and I think that you might want to consider building resistances depending on what you're up against if you're playing a serious game. For instance, like Bulwark could be good picking up, and there's some decision making you can consider there depending on what you're up against. But in this game, I do pick up that thingy, whatever it's called, the spell vamp thingy, jungler item, and then I go for Rylai's, and then I go for Spirit Visage, I think. Obviously Merc Tread is going to be the boots of choice. Made a successful gank top. Hecarim decided to go there and you know, take over the lane as Yorick was dead, and we just rushed Dragon, which was good calls there from the jungler. I suck. That's good. You can just press it when it's like it's awkward moment and everything is okay. Slaying, I mean, Grandpa picking up a kill there on Kartos, and I'm gonna stay here and try and counter gank. He's gonna try and bait. I'm gonna use my E and go in here, use my ultimate as an unnecessary flash. I didn't know that he could catch up with him, so I was like, oh, I want to make sure that I hit a couple of bounces so he dies, but it was okay. So a bit of a waste of flash there, but that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, once you got that, I'm gonna... Jesus, you guys probably very annoyed now that I don't know the name of it, but the jungler item with the spell lamp thingy, when you pick that up, Zac is basically, you know, he's in a really good spot because he can just, if he's low HP, he can go and farm something and he's back to full HP. So you're never really forced to be unless you contested, you know, counter jungling wise, which is great, and that's something I really like on junglers. Here I'm scared to use my E because I know that she has her thingy, but when she's used it, I can freely use my E to get away. So that's what I was waiting for there. A very foolish dive there by us. I didn't realize they had that much damage. We should have just hit the turret a couple of times, and then that would have been it. But Zed picks up a double kill, so that's good. When I play junglers, I really like that. I like when I have great sustain, basically. I like Jack's jungle because post 6 with one item, you can basically just farm up the jungle like crazy. And not being forced to be ever, unless you're scared of getting counter jungled. Gonna go in for the Yorick here. He's not particularly fed, so I'm gonna try and just trade a little bit with him, see how much damage I can do. I see Grandpa coming in there on Zakiru, so I'm gonna go for a little bait. I'm gonna pick up a couple of blobs, and then I'm gonna go let's bounce they are, missing 2 other hits, which is kind of bad, but we pick up the kill anyways because Zed has a lot of damage. On my way back here, I try to pick up as many blobs as possible, get out of there, try to wait for cooldowns. We have API Aurelia coming in, and Zed is also waiting for cooldowns and energy, so we're looking to be a bit careful here. But yeah, Kartos persists, and he's gonna die for it. Yeah, that's how we roll. That's how we roll. When you play Zac, the decision making really comes down to whether you should pick up your blobs or not. Picking up the blobs is of course crucial. What I generally find myself doing in teamfights is you know, using a lot of abilities, running around like a friggin' idiot, being disruptive, being all that types of good stuff that you should be on Zac. And then, when you have cooldowns, for instance, when you're waiting for your Q or your E, maybe look for a couple of blobs. And if you're getting low, yeah, only look for the blobs, try and look for the bait, try and look for the lures, and, you know, that's generally how I think of it. There's probably better hints about that if you maybe search around a little bit. Again, I'm not really a pro jungler nor pro Zac player, so I have no idea what I'm talking about really. But that's how I do it. Picked up a Giant's Belt here and Merc Treads. So yeah, on this particular build, I'm trying to bait the pull here, and the pull fails, so that's unfortunate. Slaying is playing. Slaying is playing. That rhymes. Slaying is playing. Slaying is playing. He's playing like AP Blitzcrank, I think. So yeah, great setup from our side here. Where was I? Yeah, when you're playing with this particular build, you'll find yourself squishier than you thought. Is like generally what I find. It look like you have a lot of HP and you'll be hard to kill, but in reality you actually melt quite quickly. Nice little pull there. We were camping him, we were waiting for him. I'm gonna use my ultimate, let's bounce it, and then go in for a W, and they're secured. That's great, picking up a kill. And now I've got enough money for my Rayleigh's Crystal Scepter. Delicious coffee. A little bit of a fight going on here in mid. I picked up the blue because no one else was picking it up. I'm trying to look for a kill. Oh, and the minions kill Johnny there. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But yeah, as you can see, a pretty fast clear time. Right now, we're kind of late game as well, though, in terms of jungling. So, you know, he obviously clears very fast. She flashes out of my thingy. I don't think that was intentional, but that was really nice. And she actually picks up people there. And I'm going to try and bounce her to death before she kills Slaying. I burp, Slaying gets away, I try and bait, Zed is here, jumping in, actually missing here, and if he hadn't turned, he would have gotten away there, I think. But yeah, as you can see, the E right now is on a very low cooldown for the utility it brings. I mean, it's a huge freaking leap range. You can jump over like freaking. You can jump. I think you can jump. I think some CG farts try this out. You can jump from Dragon Pit to your red buff. That's how freaking huge of a leap that is. Here I'm getting caught a little bit bad position from me, but I'm just gonna jump over the wall and get away and be a very big noob tart. Here comes a hook. I juke. No problem. But yeah, that's it's sort of like that's why Zac fits so well into like the current. I hate saying the current meta because I think it's a stupid word, but I mean it's utility is the name of the game. If you have utility champs, you're golden basically, and I mean it always has been, and that's why champions like Annie, for instance, is not as a nice secure by slaying there. Beautiful, pulling in the kill, very nice, and that was stupid by me going in, by the way. That's the name of the game. Like Annie is not a really viable AP anymore because she has to sort of like burn flashes to close the distance. And here, this is perfect. Look at this. We see Grandpa here camping like a nope dart, going for the kill, but nope, secured. That was great. That was so great. Well played by the Blitzpunk. But yeah, Annie cannot be really can't be really viable these days because, well, people play her and she has a lot of burst, and I get that. But the reason she's not that picked usually is because you have to burn flashes to sort of do gap closes and engages and get your ult off in surprising situations. Whereas, for instance, I don't know, Diana can just jump over the freaking jump and use E and pull them all together and freaking AoE them. That's not even a good comparison, but it sort of works to prove my point that utility is king. Nice little pull there on the Yorick. We're gonna go in, bounce into death, and yeah. I'm not getting Zhonya's in this game, which is unfortunate, because Zhonya's on Zac is hilarious. There's so many cool poses you can freeze him in, like golden poop sausage, golden pee pool, golden stuff. Yeah, it has to do with pee and poop, I know, that's how I work. It's very, very mature. Karthus ult gonna hit, and Peepwood is gonna go down. I'm gonna run away like an idiot and die to the Q of the Hekaruni. But we're in a good position. We have some troll builds, some picks, but we're really we're doing a good job. We have a very, very fed Zed, so that's also nice. And AP Aurelia is also doing the trick right now. Here we're coming in for a little counter engage, and yeah, I should have used Let's Bounce right there because that would have hit them both. Instead I wait because I don't think I have to use it, and then I use it on one target. It's okay, but I shouldn't have. And then I flash, which is unnecessary because my E is on a so short cooldown. So yeah, not optimal play there. But again, it's just a normal fun game, so it's not like we're tryharding super much, but it's always good. I mean, it sort of serves a point to analyze your normal games as well, because there's always things you can learn, and that's why I like doing commentaries on normal games as well, because, well, not only is it usually fun, and I play a couple of champs that I don't usually play to keep it, you know, fresh and entertaining for you guys, but also when we play normals, we don't focus as much, and when we don't focus as much, I'm not saying that I play perfectly otherwise, but it's easy to see, you know, the mistakes that you do. Here, Grandpa is gonna go in. I'm like, oh, fine. I want to buy, but fine, we're going for this. And he's gonna burst this Karthus, and I'm gonna jump in on Elise, trying to save him, but he's probably going down. Yep, there it is. And that's a decent Let's Bounce there. It hits a lot of them, but I'm gonna have to disengage. I can't believe that hook didn't hit anyone, but I guess it was for the better. Aurelia is coming in from behind, so I shouldn't have disengaged there. I should have gone in, because he's coming in with full HP here, and I'm just trying to, you know, be in the fight. I know that I have my passive up, so I'm a bit suicidal, and I go out just to make sure that my passive is not killed by those nasty, nasty champions. And look at this! It's AP Aurelia picking up the Quadra. And that's a weird sound. Coffee is particularly delicious today. I didn't realize that would sound as gay as it did when I okay, so I picked up Warmugs here. I wonder if I picked it up before Spirit Visage. I might have. Spirit Visage is just a fun item on Zac. And I think that, well, I'm not good at elaborating with builds on junglers, but I think that it's worth looking into at least, because of course all these stats make sense on him. Here we're going in. My E is interrupted, but then a Let's Bounce on Karthus is going to focus him down. I use my Let's Bounce very single target mindedly, which is kind of bad, but I mean, that's where the practice comes in. I'm gonna try and, you know, look for new engages here. There's a little bit of a 2v2. John is gonna look for the Yorick. He's gonna walk into the stun. I'm gonna use my E to follow up, and then just go Hurrah! And I'm gonna flash out of there, not to take too much damage from Hekaruni. Pick up some blobs, and then look at that. I can go back in. The cooldown, man. The cooldown. So yeah, they might even nerf that. I wouldn't be surprised if they nerfed like the cooldown on that, or if they nerfed something about Zac, because his utility is so freaking strong, man. It's crazy. Guys, Go to the Facebook page, check out the competition if you want to win a button. See what I did there. If you enjoyed this commentary, feel free to hit the like button. You can add this to your favorite, and you can also share it on Facebook and Twitter. It helps me out immensely, guys, so feel free to do that. If you're new to my channel, go check it out. Tons of League of Legends content, epic moments, fun stuff, and subscribe so you don't miss anything coming out in the future. And that is it. This has been Spazzy, and I am out. Dudes!